It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Dolphins and the Bears, next on Madden NFL 22.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Taken at the 15, a short kick. 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the third overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for Mixon last week. 11 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Darnold's throw pulled in by Kittle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better. And if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Bears. Calvin Ridley, 78 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession. And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position. So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case. Meanwhile, Darnold's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he is finally out of bounds across midfield at the 40-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run. And Darnold, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers in particular.
What's going down?
To force some fumbles. They got one right there. And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Shit, maybe. I don't know. I don't be worried about it, especially on the weekends. I got to work on the weekends. So Cam and they be in charge.
They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there. That forced the incompletion.
Throw that ball quick.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence.
I'm playing the computer. I'm playing the season game.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35.
I don't even know what week it is. I guess it don't even matter. I don't know if niggas is going to the playoffs.
Now Lawrence. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The numbers on the ground for
tell that nigga to get in the weight room.
13 carries,
get out of here.
Over 130 yards and a touchdown.
No, this is wrong. Okay.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. These two teams all tied after one.
7th grade. And, yeah, until...
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. As they've got it.
Nah, they gave you all that shit. No fucking way.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Nah, niggas ain't have to buy none of that shit.
It's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Robert.
Yeah, no, the regular ass face mask should come with your helmet. But you definitely could just buy a helmet and then buy a face mask. But I don't know. I'm trying to think about because I definitely know that I played semi-pro football and I had to buy my own helmet. Did I buy that helmet? I definitely bought the face mask. I feel like I might have bought both. Catch that ball, hoe ass nigga. Oh man. Yeah, I definitely remember buying face mask and visor, but that was semi-pro. They didn't give us shit. All of that shit was mine actually. Shoulder pads, helmet, all that shit was mine.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
That shit you probably be able to get that shit on eBay or something crazy. Hit him. Hit him. God damn it. Or it's fucking Academy. I don't know what y'all got out there, Academy or fucking. I mean, shit, you might be able to buy that shit from Academy online. Academy is like like sporting goods stores, like I don't know, like Dick's Sporting Goods or something like that. Oh, he running free. Shit. You better hit some Marshalls, some TJ Maxx, some shit like that. Shit. As long as them hoes working the grass.
Good coverage there, force the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I gotta say, if it's gonna be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's
Let's go. Let me just get this 3rd down conversion or whatever stopped them on 3rd down. Oh, good bad throw.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
There was so many baddies at the wedding that I went to. Unlimited baddies. This dude I know, he a chef in Dallas. Well, I mean I know him. Hell yeah. That shit was in Dallas, yeah. Yeah, that shit was in Dallas. It was nothing but baddies. Unlimited baddies in that mug. It was 400 people in there. It was probably like 100. It was probably like 100 old. If it was between 3 and 4, they said. But if it was like a quality, it's like 25% old African people, 25% niggas, and the rest young baddies. Shit, that nigga's African.
The road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Probably more American Africans. Throw the ball. Oh, that's a bad throw. Threw that bitch too far. My bad. Run the clock though.
Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice.
Run them niggas over.
Live to fight another down.
Dog, these niggas doing anything. Block in the back.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Yeah, this nigga, he was like, yeah, the list started at like 800. And his wife was like, yeah. That was his list.
Now Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Niggas be popular in the beach.
Come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Airing it out.
Dad got that shit too. Oh, fuck. Said the niggas got hella gifts too. But niggas, Africans don't really give gifts. They just give money. So they probably made like 20. They probably made like 20 bands. But the wedding probably cost like 200. So I mean, either way. I want to pour a drink. Oh, you ran a Gran Turismo. I saw that. Man.
And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. This is caught by Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw is Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. And
That's really that nigga threw. Yes. Sam Darnold funny as hell.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
This 5 is funny because it played kind of crazy. It played so weird. The niggas be doing, the niggas' movements don't be as like easy as the other game.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That shit just move real easy. Like this hoe moves a little more smooth, but it just moves, you know. Like, fuck me.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Jada.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Dolphins offense returning to the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Darnold from the red zone now. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. To the air again, Darnold. Caught on the slant. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins,
and just like that, my bitch ass losing.
Extra point by Seibert up and
fuck.
And
shit happened that fast. I feel like it was 14-0. Now 17-14.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
All day, baby, all day.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And Woods has it complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
I feel like I got 2 plays.
Stop the clock with
No,
26
I can get 3.
to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, C6, C6.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best.
That shit wasn't really nearly intercepted by boy. But I know if this nigga don't touch Calvin Ridley, it's elbows and assholes. You too. Actually, run it back. You get out of bounds. Or you make the play. Man, run by him, Calvin Ridley. You've been gambling on games, nigga. You fast.
2nd and 10. Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley.
Oh, he overthrew him.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot.
Oh,
It's
he
3rd
fucking
down.
overthrew
So
him.
back-to-back
Okay, the
incompletions.
safeties
That
came
has them starting
down.
at a 3rd and 10.
I don't think you can fuck with him if the safety's coming down like that.
Lawrence will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Yeah, 13. Oh, that was 3rd down. Fuck.
Before going out of time as that leads us to a 4th down. So they're going
Now the safety's coming down for real. Okay.
The
The safety's coming down. Everybody block because they're one-on-one. Kill him. You get the first down. Fuck. I can't scheme him. Oh, yes, I can. Yeah, because you can't leave. Shit, it's still wrong.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And
Yeah,
it's
that was bad.
incomplete. They cannot
Whatever.
convert, and
Fuck.
they turn it
I
over.
sca-
The Bears
Oh,
trying
yeah, and I
on
couldn't use
4th
my
down,
timeout.
unable to convert, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Darnold's throw is on target to Duvernay. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Second and 8 coming up. A final shot before the break. Darnold. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee.
I really think Turbo makes you, well, I feel like at this point I know that Turbo makes it easier for you to get tackled. Yeah, like while you're using it. Yeah, like think about it. Think about that. Like if you're running full speed and a nigga push you, you fuck around just fall. You know what I'm saying? But if you like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you under control and you like, you know, not running crazy, you like, oh, see that nigga.
Second and 5 now. Lawrence flushed out right. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, he'll slip off that bitch kinda. Not even like a broken tackle, just literally like slips, like they just slide off him.
They brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Lawrence, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley.
And that's exact, cause like you're not supposed to really, you're supposed to use that hoe really like it's a, what you call it, like it's a, you know what I'm saying, like it's a little, yeah, like it's a little boost, yeah, like it's a, he's like, oh shit, let me get through there.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you. Continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. Second down. Man, I just love
yeah.
Stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
Yes, sir. Right. Out of bounds. I'm out of bounds. Oh, ref. Ref. Just raise the nigga straight to the sideline. Get as far as you can. Yeah. Oh, Derrick Henry. Shit. It's actually a physical ass game. So you gotta be willing to get it. You gotta be actually like I played that hoe like very like. I mean, you know, when you young, you gotta play that hoe the way they want you to. But I didn't want to like be hitting niggas like that. So when I grew up, I was able to do that shit because I could just make the tackles. You know what I'm saying? Like I could just do the shit. But it's a competitive advantage being willing to actually take niggas out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Nobody want to get hit. So like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So being willing to, it's a bad throw.
It's picked by the
Oh, TJ fucking Watt in the end zone. Down 3. Some badass throw.
That was the position you wanted to be in coming out to
But
start this third quarter.
yeah,
Get a
like
nice drive going, looking for the end.
nigga, like almost seek that shit.
A little bit too greedy right there.
And then and also remember, like, be willing to whoop somebody ass too, like on some actual, like, not on some no, like fighting shit, but on some like, oh shit, like
And that's a big one for them because
like the person across from you, whether they teammate or not, nigga, it's just your opponent right now. So you just dominate them. Like, I always think domination. Yeah, just like don't ever let, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna have to dominate your nigga every single time. You gotta be that nigga. It's football, so it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're like a game worker on the football field, like think about like a nigga like Aaron Donald, and think about like a lot of people who are like tops of their position at the physical positions because they're very fucking physical. Like Aaron Donald is willing to put his hands on niggas, throw niggas off, run niggas up, like whatever he got to do to get to wherever he's trying to get, he's willing to do that. So whether it's fast or whether it's finesse or it's physical, he's down for it all. And same thing for like tight end nigga George Kittle, he get the ball and he be looking for the defensive backs. He be like, yeah, who want to tackle me? You? I'm running at your face. You know what I'm saying? It's like we gonna see who want to actually play this hoe. Yeah. I think that because at the essence it's just kind of like a crazy ass game. You got to just flip your switch. Oh, you just got to flip your switch and, you know what I'm saying? Flip your switch, go crazy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shit.
That would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
You can't coach that.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Yeah, right. That's the thing.
This will be fielded at the 17.
Mm-hmm.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt.
Put your hands. That's what I'm saying. Put your hands on him and take him wherever you want him to go. That's the thing. And also, he should be trying to whoop your ass too. That's the game, right? Like, you got a job, but he got a job too. So it's like, oh shit, let's go at it. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's literally get out here. Put him in the sumo wrestling ring. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of shit. If he big, and wrestling in general, like them niggas beat, bro. Again, these are niggas who you don't want to get into it with. Niggas who play like big nigga positions in football. They literally used to hand close quarter contact. They hand fighting. All they doing is hand fighting, but it's literally the strongest niggas who you could be doing it against. You know what I'm saying? And again, they don't care if they like it ain't. Yeah, it's no real rules. They don't really care if they hurt you. They got to get to a certain place. They like, it's almost like a hold me. It's like a hold me back, but you willing to whoop the person ass that's holding you back. And yeah, you really a bouncer, bro. Oh, you don't, bro. For a nigga who likes to fight, yeah, you just pushing the nigga, controlling the nigga. Like I said, like if you like to wrestle and shit like that, hand to hand combat, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. It's like, yo, nigga.
On second and inches, Lawrence. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and
Okay,
sitting
okay.
with some
Yeah.
scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level
And
pretty
you've been
easily.
playing with some
I think he's
kids who've been
starting to
playing
answer those
since they
questions with
was
runs like
9
that.
and
He's
shit.
a physical guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence.
Get
This
up.
one caught by Ridley.
Yeah.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders.
But shit.
Yeah, better against
That
man
nigga
than zone,
put him
or
in. I don't know. It just if he
and you're not running into a defensive player in another
if he
zone.
big.
on 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime.
Put him on put him at defensive end and shit.
Well,
That's where you upset me.
Seems accurate. That line has struggled
You're gonna be
to
too
sustain
small for.
blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Back now at SZN. It's been a very contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a hand
Run him over. Fuck.
inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Quick slant here to Woods. And
Yeah,
got it
they just out
inside
there
the
with their
10 at
friends
the
hanging
8.
out.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Right.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think
That's all.
thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Yep. Quarterback face.
After the touchdown,
Quarterback face is a real thing. Catch that ball, dog. Yes.
Miami set to take over. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career.
Oh, catch that ball and end the game, y'all.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there.
Shit. That's going to take niggas out.
To me, that one was all about timing. If he's
And you live in Vegas.
that's going to
You better get them
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
conditioning.
Here's Darnold. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Out of bounds. 4th down. Good job. And I can win the game. 3 first downs probably. I can win the game.
On the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. What they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game
Why he
like this?
fall like that?
It's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on the 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Defend yourself, man.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh my goodness.
Critical play in this football
Right.
game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times. And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do?
Yeah, keep that shit out. Keep your fucking hands to yourself.
Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Real.
Darnold on 1st down.
Cause yeah. I mean, yeah, big part of obviously if a nigga get his hands on you, it's wild. It's really wild. Them big niggas be having strong ass hands. Cause you think about it like you like, yo, how did the offensive lineman even get his hands on the defensive back? It's like, yeah, that nigga grabbed you. Like, think about it. Like you've seen a big nigga grab a little nigga before. Hit this a wrap.
Maybe the big play does occur down the road.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold.
Man, let me fucking reach for the ball.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw is Darnold. It's complete to Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a game of matchups.
For real, that's it.
And move them around a bunch.
That's what I'm saying. That's.
And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in.
Core. But niggas just unlimited strength though. Niggas still doing like 500 sit-ups a day. A nigga just big, right? He just a big ass nigga.
2nd down and 5. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Darnold. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's caught. Mike Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes, because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
Back to throw.
Nigga have a nigga foaming at the mouth.
Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw.
Right. Oh, fuck. Let's go.
He's got the first.
Yes, go, Trevor Lawrence.
He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Exactly.
Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play.
I'm not opposed to that.
Out of the passing game, turn it into a run.
Run right at him, Tommy Tremble.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Ah, that nigga, cause that nigga he ain't no bitch. he huge and fast.
They'll try and run for it first and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Derrick Henry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
CMOND hen.
Right.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Shit, a little bit. 6, 5, 4, 3. Fuck it, let's get it. Yeah, we in there. Yeah. This nigga Derrick Henry started dancing. Let's go. Boom. Yeah, 55. Yeah, 76 on his ass too. Let's go. Another dub with the Bears.
We're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Let's go.
Point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
What?
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside
18 seconds left in the game. They got to score a touchdown.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it.
Right. Of course. My shit just froze. Fuck this game. That's why you never upgrade your players fresh out the game.